Hello, everyone. Welcome to Devlog number 2. So it's been around a week since I've recorded for the first devlog. Here we go as to number 2. I've made a lot of progress with the game. Having said with the animation, I've booted the animation. It's working pretty fine. And then I have added more mechanics to the game as of for the cards itself. So right now it's with from the previous episode it was only for increase attack, increase armor, and then deal damage. So I've added a couple more down here. So we have saving the attack, which can save the attack of one turn and move it over into the second turn. The next turn, draw cards, the basic drawing card mechanic. Lock and load, I'll talk about later. Card for mana, I'll also talk about later. And then these 3 are for card for mana. So, these 2 are for an increase in numbers, which I'll talk about later. So, one thing that I've not mentioned in the previous episode was that the game, this card game is based off of how I started this. So a previous video that I've shown was with speed run in the Doom of Doom Hearthstone game. So one of the games that this is based off of is Hearthstone. But what's mainly most based off of is Kill the Spire. I've seen a couple of gameplay. I haven't actually played the game, but I've seen some gameplay, so I kind of replicated it within the game, having shown the character on one side and then enemy on another side, and then cards on the bottom. So I did that, but then I implemented the Hearthstone mechanic with the mana, having increased mana for each turn. So you start 1 on the first turn, 2 on the second turn, 3 on the third turn. From videos I've seen gameplay for Kill the Spire, I haven't actually seen any increase in the mana resource, whatever it is. I'm not into the game, so I don't actually know. So that's that. So back to Hearthstone, which is I've got some mechanics based off of lock and load. This is an actual name in the Hearthstone game. Lock and load is when you play a card and then you get a card in return. So in the Hearthstone game, I believe it's whenever you play I think a hunter spell, I think it was, then you gain a hunter spell, I don't remember. And then card for mana, this one is similar. I changed it a bit. So it's a combination between a legendary rogue spell from Hearthstone and another spell from Druid. So the legendary card from Rogue is a minion that increases its stats by the number of cards you've played in that turn. And then the Druid card is that whenever a minion, one of your friendly minions die, you gain a mana crystal. So I put those 2 together and got card, whenever you play a card, gain a mana crystal or mana. And then you have this one, you have increased numbers. So for this one, it's kind of a drawback. So it can, so you could add mana, but then there's the downside of increasing the cost of the cards, the numbers on the cards as shown. So before you get to see that, I'm just going to show through the background of this because I haven't shown you any code throughout the previous episode or the previous video. So here's all the different codes, having a lot of if statements, checking for these booleans, card text, just a simple one. You get the card info that's attached to the card. So these 2 are together in one game object. So that's with that. You have some text mesh. I'm using the text mesh pro. So you have card name, cost text, and the art. And then I have this one here for the text. So at start, it will get the information from card info, card name, set text name to the card name from the info, cost number, this right here. So there's two. I added static cost and cost number. So back here, so we have the cost number, right? So this is what the original cost number is. And then whenever it gets changed, like say for example for this one, cost increase, it would change the cost number, but in the beginning, as it starts, the static cost would equal to the cost number. So then I can use that to check if the cost number is greater than the static cost or its original cost, then it would change the color. So right here, it changed the color to red, as if, and then if it's regular, then it's just going to leave it as a white. I changed some of the art so that the white and red would show a little bit better. Next, we have, I've added this one to make it easier for me to edit or change the numbers of the cards. So whenever it's increased attack, armor, deal damage, card for mana, I could just put this in the text and then replace it by the value gain to the value gain. So the value gain is over here, value gain. And then it will change it and then it will work pretty fine. And then when it increased the cost due to increased numbers, then those numbers would change, the value gain would change, and then this would change as well because it's trying to keep up, so having it in the update section. And then we have setting the text to the new text, and then the art sprite is equal to the art given to the card info, which is right here. Yep. You have a hand, so whenever it's in the hand, it stays within a position according to its number. So number multiplied by 2. Add or subtract. Add -7 or subtract by 7. So it goes into like a full-on good hand. I'm thinking of changing this to make it look a little bit better, but for now it does a pretty fine job. You have game stats. This is the one where it shows the player stuff. So the player's attack, armor, health, mana, and then I added this new one, which is magic. So that magic is based off of this one right here, deal damage. In the previous video, there wasn't any deal damage kind of thing. It's mostly just the attack or the armor that I've shown. So I added something for the deal damage, and this was to do it for magic. And then we have the game manager, turn number. So this is the number of the turn, mana this turn, and then mana static. Mana static is the number of mana you have at the start of the game, and then the mana this turn is the mana you have like left over. So when you play a card, so say for example, mana static is at 5, and then you play a card, and so then both of them are set to 5. If you play a card costing 2, then mana this turn would be 3, but mana static would remain as 5, so it would be like 3 out of 5. Turn delay is for card info. Where is it? Save attack right here. Save attack. That's used to delay the attack, so that whenever you have whenever you play the card with save attack, then it would delay the attack number, so it won't reset to 0 in the next turn. And these are different stuff. So in the previous video, I said like to click enter, but for right now, I added this little thing right here, testing key. So now I can just right click, key code mouse 1. So I can just right click, and then so that's that. Mouse grab is just a simple little code that I use so you can drag and drop the cards onto the field. Player animator. This is the player animator so that you could animate the different things. So here's the different animations. I added a magic animation, attacking animation, a blocking kind of animation. I added 2 at attacking because when I was playtesting, I apparently got something over. So yeah, so we have that. You have this. Yeah, I'll talk about that later. Permanent decks, just a small one. I haven't actually been using this part of the code yet. This is instantiated. I haven't used that yet. I think I spelled that wrong. You have oh yeah, this is a new one. So this is a new one. So it's collection. So one of them was the lock and load right here, lock and load. So whenever I have to insert or add a new card to my hand, I have to have it so that it can come from the larger collection of it, not from the permanent deck or the regular deck. It has to be all the cards that can get added into your hand. So I have this kind of game object that fills up with all the different cards in the game, having like one of each of the different cards. And then one of the newer ones is a UI script. So I added a little UI. So here we go. As for the game, we're gonna move over to Unity. There we go. Looks a little nice. Added a little background in the back. Here's the UI right here. Character. I added a little sword too. So we're gonna play this right now. I'll just show you what I've added here. So another thing that I've added is more art. I added more cards, having shown the different, the newer game mechanics I added. So here we go. I finally fixed the arm over here. So we have the shield back. I changed it from this art to this art. I tried to make a little balance. So now this cost, previously this cost 2, now it costs 3 to make it a little bit more balanced. You have taste of mana. So this is the one where it's the card for mana. You have average draw 2, and then using resources. This is the lock and load. So whenever you play a card, add a random one to your hand. So right now I can't play anything. So here's the mana, armor, magic, and attack. So I can't play anything right now. I haven't actually made an animation for like doing nothing. So that's a kind of a bummer. So I could do knowledge. So yeah. So I did nothing. I didn't buff any of them. So the animation for armor would apply only if I have one armor, at least one armor. Animation for attacking, at least one attack, and then same goes for magic. So increase armor. There you go. It does the animation for armor, kind of like a blocking stance. Still having the sword in hand though. So here we go. This is one of the cards about the increase in numbers. So it has a good side gaining 2 mana. But then I have to increase all the numbers in my hand by 1. So all the numbers, so the 2, 0, 1, 3, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0. So all those are increased by 1. So it's going to go to 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it could be like a good thing or bad thing. So I can increase the numbers. So I increased the numbers, and now I added 2. So when I played it, it was okay. So it's 4 minus 3. Let's say I can gain 2 mana. So 4 minus 3 is 1, plus the 2, you get 3. So that's the 3 right there. So I already showed the armor. So then we can do a shield bash and show you the attack. So this is the attack. It's just a like run up, swing up, and then drop down kind of thing. So next we can do trying to look for the magic one. So right now there's this little loop between these two, but I'm thinking of like adding a new class, which I'll explain later. So attack, save the attack. So right now, since I played that card, saving the attack, this doesn't go back to 0. See right there, no 0. So here's one of the magic cards right here. This is one of the magic cards. So attack. Another thing that I also fixed was that in the previous video, when I was dragging through all the cards, they can keep moving up and up and up. So I fixed that so that you could do so it would just stay in place. So as you can see, I didn't play another preserving strike, so it went back to 0. Next, we can do Flaming Strike. So this is magic, so it does 3 damage. So we're going to do 3 damage. This is the magic animation, like that. It's kind of based off of Joker's side special in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So I kind of use that as an animation for like magic. There we go. So we can do. So let's just try this. So this mana using resources. Hey, there you go. So you kind of go in the infinite loop here, but not really. Oh yeah, so I haven't actually made an art for this one yet. Take cover, increase your armor by 1, draw 1 card. So I put an S here because whenever I increase the card, it's going to go to 2. It's going to say draw 2 card. So I had to add that. So I think a lot of shield dashes. Yeah, shield dash is not good. Yeah, already at 1. Thanks, right? So here's the big one right here. So you can see we have 4 right now. Hold on, let me play all these. It's gonna be a lot clicking. So this is a weird loop that I found. Yeah, look at my mana. So I have it so that the immense power can affect other immense power. So all these are 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So when I play this, all the numbers increase, and apparently from lock and load or the using resources, it gave me this and affected this as well. So now it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2 as well. So I can play this and then increase it again. And apparently, oh my gosh, my luck. Okay, there you go. So then I can increase the game 8 mana, increase the hand numbers my hand by 7. So if I play this, there you go. So it goes to 13. Increase the numbers in my hand by 14, being 15 mana. So there you go. So now, whenever I play a card, it gains 28. Oh, I did not see that. But then you have to watch out for the mana cost too. I've gone into an infinite loop, so being shown in the Spirit of That actually have gone over 50 attack. So so it would do a different animation. So we'll just go back from here. Yeah, the max mana is 10. So if you have numbers higher than 10, they're unplayable if you don't have like the right card. So they become unplayable, and yeah, you can't do anything about that. So we're gonna get out of here, and I'll just show you one of the animations that it was for the player if it's higher than the 50 attack. So it's going to be called attackable. So here's the little animation. So it's like point to sword up and charge forward, similar to. So I got this based off of Martin Lucina's Final Smashes in Super Smash Bros. As well. Big fan of the game. Then we have the hand deck. We have the new collection cards. Yeah, it's a lot. We got a lot of those. So for the cards, I actually had to change it so that it's a prefab variant rather than a new prefab. So here's the older ones. Here's the newer ones. So these newer ones are based off of this one, which is the template. So what I'm able to do on this one then on this one is to whatever I change on the template, like say for example, hold on, let me open this. Like if I change the size of the name or the color of the name, then it could change it to all the different variants, which is helpful then instead of going through all of these one by one, and then it's just a hassle. So avoiding that. And then I said before that I'm going to add like in order to make this game, like how you saw how I went through like a sort of a small infinite loop with the attack, mana, and all other stuff. So I could have it so that I'm going to add like a class or a rarity similar to Hearthstone, having with like spell, attack spell, magic spell, like all different of those. So whenever I add it here in the template, it would add on to these guys over here, these different variants. So all these. These new different arts, UI stuff, character, sword. Oh, I forgot to also talk about the name of this. So the name, I actually had no idea what to name the game. So right now I'm just naming it as Obstruction. So probably when I like actually finish the game or while I'm still continuing on this game, I'll probably find like a better name. But I think Obstruction would do fine for now. But I'm just saying that like yeah, it might change later. And yeah, there's no like real background to it yet. Probably find one. Yeah, background. I added a new background. Attached it to the main camera. Looks like that's pretty much it. Alright. Video number 2 in the devlog. Looks like we're done for now. Going to continue working on this for another week, I would say. Probably do videos like per week now. So, well, for the devlog at least. For other videos, yeah, they're going to be uploaded at random times, I guess. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to stick with one month at least one video. That's what I'm trying to go for. So if you like the video, leave a like. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell to get notifications. And in the description below, there's also a link to my Twitter. And you can join on my Discord as well. Discord is at for the Armored Arena. That's what I've called my server. So hit the link down below for the Twitter and Discord if you want to see any more notifications about this. And yeah, see you in number 3. See you guys.